The biggest opportunity, I believe, for NEDs and chairs is to provide some stability and comfort to boards at the moment, or operating executives and teams who are facing all this tumultuous time and looking for reassurance rather than desperation. It's incredibly, incredibly important.
I think you've got to fight two things: paralysis and myopia, that tend to happen when there's a lot of change going on. Paralysis in the sense, in the face of so much uncertainty, there's a, I think, very natural instinct to just freeze and wait for what you will hope be more clarity down the line. And with hindsight, we often see companies just being too slow to tackle the issues that we know are taking place and that we should be responding to. So that's a role that the board can play to push for action.
External partnering on environmental and the natural world issues is going to be more and more important. If you look to companies who are looking at their scope 1 and 2, 3 net zero targets, the scope 3 is looking into supply chain. Some of your partners and your suppliers may be finding it more difficult with the ESG agenda.
Help boards understand bluntly, in all of this turmoil, is the strategy right? And are they doing enough on the whole area of ESG and sustainability to be able to sit back and get that on track?
The logical thing is to partner with those companies to see how collaboration and how we can help. But also, even with the competition, our environment is bigger than the competition between companies. We all have to collectively sort something out in many different aspects. And I think collaboration in that area is going to be an absolute must.
Myopia is another phenomenon that happens in times of crisis, in the sense that we tend to look at the things that are very familiar to us, that we've done before, for recipes for how we should respond. And in fact, we all know that in times of crisis, it is actually important to do things differently. And that may take looking outside of your organization or taking a very different perspective. And that's where I think a board can be very helpful to a management team.
Identify the risk, but risk and opportunity tend to be opposite sides of the same coin. And I think the better companies right now are figuring out how to consider both, but how to make a risk into an opportunity.